Hey guys, it is me, Pokemon. I'm back. It's been a few months since I last made a video, but I am home for a winter break from college. So I figured since I'm gonna be here for roughly a month and a half, give or take, I figured I'd make videos. How consistently over break, I don't know. Tentatively every day, but you know, around Christmas time and all that, I probably do not want to be making a video every day. But we'll see where it goes. A lot of stuff has changed since I last made a video. I figured first off, why don't I make a progression video, sort of talk about where I got in, you know, roughly 3 months while I was in college playing this game. So first off, let's go watch the video of me talking about the game before I left. So let me exit out of the game first. So let's go into my Google. As you can see, I switched to the dark instead of light version of my computer. I used to use the light mode. You know, that's how you know you're aging when you start using the dark mode. Your eyes start to hurt. Anyways, also modern baseball right there. Anyways, so here is
changed since the last video I made, and it will
I'm sure all of you guys watch this video, but sort of as you can see, that's my roster right there. Poor little Ultimus, not that high leveled up. What I want you to see is how many characters I had powered up. So as you can see, when I'm scrolling across, really only like 2 rows of characters I really had powered up. Like after Daredevil right there, you really start hitting like low level characters. And since I quit the game for like a year or so, this is already a little bit of a depressing roster, a little bit outdated in terms of the characters that I had highly leveled up. But I want to show you the roster now. So let me give you a quick scroll through. So of course ISO 8 also came out. That did give a power boost to the roster, but you know, not as significant, like maybe 3k power boost at most on a character. But so here's the roster now. So as you can see, last time it stopped at Daredevil in terms of being at a high power level. Where's Daredevil? I think I got another red storm at some point, so that did boost him up a good bit. I haven't put resources into Daredevil since then, but as you can see, pretty deep roster now in terms of characters. It goes on for a little bit. My new sort of bar that I've been going for is 40,000 per character now, as opposed to I used to do 5.3 level 60 in terms of the skills. Now I started to move to 6.664, and you know, maybe level 65. Gear tier I used to do 9, now I'm moving up to 10 or 11. But as you see, you know, the roster, a lot of characters up to 40k power. You know, of course, once you get to these guys, I haven't quite got there yet. Those are characters I have more at low stars, or I don't know, just don't quite use them as much. But I sort of reached this point where I'd finally gone all the characters up to gear tier 9 that I sort of started to be able to invest, like build up. I built wider, now I can build up. A lot of people don't advise you build wide, but I'm playing this game because I like Marvel characters and I want to use the Marvel characters, so I like to build wide and use everyone. You know, some people say just, hey, build like 2 or 3 teams up. Technically probably a better strategy if you really want to get far in the game, but you know, I'm not a fan of that. Symbiotes I did heavily invest in. Symbiotes are an incredible team. I had a feeling they're an incredible team. Symbiote, Spider-Man, Carnage, and Venom are already really great. So I knew as soon as they introduced somebody like Anti-Venom and Scream, the team was going to be really good, so I invested heavily in them. Sinister Six came out. Since I couldn't get Dr. Octopus, you know, the 2 new characters are kind of useless without Dr. Octopus, so I didn't really invest much in them. I'm trying to think about any other updates they did. They just recently did the Ant-Man update. I'm not so sure how much I'm going to invest in them because they're really Dark Dimension focused. I'm not big on Dark Dimension. You know, there's no replayability to it. I think Dark Dimension 3 is horrible. So I don't know. Now I did get a 6 red star for Yellow Jacket, so I may be investing a little bit in Yellow Jacket because that just sort of happened. That just accidentally happened one day, so I don't know. I wish it was in Ghost, because Ghost is actually like a one woman army for Dark Dimension from what I understand. But I do really like the Ant-Man. I'm a big fan of Ant-Man. I think he's a really cool character, really underdeveloped, underused in Marvel Universe. I'd 1v1 him and Thanos. I'd love that. Stature, you know, Stature doesn't seem that great. I like that they're adding in Ant-Man's kid. I thought he had another kid named like Hornet or something like that, Stinger or something like that. So I never really heard of Stature before. I heard of some girl named Stinger or something like that. But you know, I think what we were kind of looking for was maybe like by Pimp Tech, maybe more Ant-Man, Wasp, Goliath, Yellow Jacket, but it's like Hank Pym Yellow Jacket, where it's like sort of he's in his edgy phase when he's Yellow Jacket, and then Goliath, because Goliath is just cool. And then, you know, throwing one of his children too on the team with Ant-Man, Wasp. I think we were kind of hoping for that, as opposed to like this. I'm not a big fan when they do these hero villain teams, because you know, canonically, not really working together. You know, some other big offenders in terms of that hero villain. The Spider-Verse team used to be like that. You know, you have the hero and the villains working together. You have Asgardians, like Hela's working with Thor, and Loki are brothers. And like, I don't know about that. Luckily, if the symbiote or the old Spider-Verse team is any sort of litmus test, that means eventually this team of Ant-Man characters will get broken apart into a hero Ant-Man team and a villain Ant-Man team. That's probably really far down the line. I don't think anyone's really kicking down the doors at Netmarble headquarters for Goliath, but I do like Goliath. But then again, we're getting Longshot and Shatterstar soon, so I wouldn't exactly consider those characters to be top tier like Marvel characters. Those are sort of characters you usually see coming out of game 3 or 4 years after it comes out. But hey, I'm not complaining. I enjoy deep cuts, but you know, just noting some interesting picks to the team. I also wait. My standard for it right now is I try to get every character up to level 3. As you can see, I'm making my way down the roster right now. I'm about this far down. I think level 3 in the grand scheme of things is not a heavy investment for a relatively worthwhile return. You know, I haven't really taken anyone up to 4 or 5 except for characters that like I needed in a hard campaign mission. So like, where's an example of that? Like Shield Medic, I think I took up to 4 just because I really wanted to clear that Do More mission. You know, symbiotes I'm taking up because I use them a lot. Something else to note, legendary characters. I don't really think I made much progress on legendary characters since the last time I've talked to you guys, except for the fact that I'm ready to unlock Black Bolt, Ebony Maw, and Dr. Octopus now next time they come around. They've really got to look at legendary characters. The system's really a mess right now. You need to either have 2 rotations for the like not good legendary characters and then the good legendary characters, or they need to take more out of rotation. There are way too many on rotation out now. Like it's like 4 or 5 months before you see another character. So not a big fan of that. Some other stuff that's new. Well, Blitz Sim is going to be coming soon. Really big fan of that. Dark Dimension, I didn't even get anyone up to Gear Tier 14. I'm not going to do Dark Dimension 3. It's just such a bad mode. Like it's literally like in gaming, like why do this to yourself? So I haven't even touched Dark Dimension 3. The only reason why when I'll do it is when it's power creeped enough, then I'll go do Dark Dimension 3, and that's only because I want Doctor Doom and Dark Dimension 4. You know, hopefully Tadana Mac and all of them will finish this up eventually. I'm still waiting for this unique gear to be farmable. You know what? When I'll do Dark Dimension 3 is when I can go into Symbiote Spider-Man right here, and I can be like, I need the mini uniques. Which one of his gear needs that? Right here. So if I needed these superior alien spores, why aren't these farmable yet? What were you waiting for here? The fact that these aren't farmable really it makes me not want to do Dark Dimension 3 because essentially I just gotta roll the dice and hope I get what I need for these characters. Like it shouldn't be random who I'm bringing into Dark Dimension 3 when it's as hard as it is. So I hate that's not farmable. I don't know why that's not farmable yet, especially with Dark Dimension 4 here. You know, why haven't we sort of raised the bar of where you should be able to get without spending money? I don't really know yet. So not a big fan of that, especially because you need to bring all, like, well, okay, not all these symbiotes, but I'd say at least 2 or 3. So just, painful right there. Battle Pass coming soon. I believe it's called Mojo's Mayhem. I'm interested in battle passes. I didn't spend that much money while I was at college because I was at college. But they were doing these nice little $1, $2 packs right here. And I did pick up a few of them, but then I realized they started doing them every 50,000 power. I'm like at 5 million, so I was like, oh, by the end of this, I'd be spending like $200 on packs. So I ended up stopping buying them simply because, you know, it's technically a good value, but I'm not gonna I can't just keep buying. I can't keep giving them $2 every day. So that's sort of stopped buying those. But a battle pass in concept, I'm actually a pretty big fan of. But I think there's a couple of bad ways they can implement this. Future Fight really messed it up. Only game I know of where there's 3 tiers, where you can get the free tier, the paid tier, or the really paid tier. Horrible. That's so bad. I don't know why they did that. Another thing that's concerning, some mobile games really overpriced. What I really don't like in these games is what people... I really like mobile gamers... offer reviews that he does, but I think his assessed value for things is way too much. Like I believe gold orbs like $2 or something like that. Like I think he bases what things are worth off of what Foxnext says they are worth, but that's not what these things are worth. You know what I mean? You know, like some of these things are technically like a good deal. you know, but that doesn't mean it's really a good deal in life, like in terms of buying real things. So that's something I have a bit of a problem with. You know, I think he definitely helps with managing some of these deals. I think some of the bad ones he just completely like flames and they get rid of them. But I think there are things that are still bad deals that I think are considered good deals in the community, simply because instead of them ripping the wallet out of their pocket, they're saying, hey, can you please give me $100 instead? You know, it's still, I think everything's still too expensive in this game, and I'm really nervous for a battle pass. Like $25 is too much for a battle pass. All right, the battle pass in this game should not be more than Fortnite or Apex Legends or anything like that, where it's like a full-fledged PC game. You know, they should not be charging more than that in a mobile game, and I find that funny when usually mobile games charge more for their battle passes, especially when mobile game battle passes tend to last less time than those big PC games like Apex Legends, Fortnite. Usually that's like 90 days, like a real season in real life, like 3 months roughly. A lot of times mobile battle passes are like more expensive and for less time, and what I'm nervous is technically it'll be a good value, like they'll give you a bunch of blue mats or purple mats or I don't know, a bunch of like random stuff that you like sort of don't need, but then people are like, well, this is technically a good value and it's $25. Like, usually this would cost $100, but it's only $25 now, but it's still not technically worth it. So I'm a little worried about that. Like that worries me a bit. Like I look at the Looney Tunes battle pass and that's a little scary, but you know, I don't think anyone really watches over the Looney Tunes game. Like I think they just do whatever they want in the Looney Tunes game. So really concerned about price point. I think it needs to be like $10 and then it has to last more than a month. Like we have to be talking like a 3-month thing. Like I'm not gonna be buying a battle pass for just being able to get for like 1 month for like $10. The other thing they could do is say it was $10, but they did it for $10 in core. So it was like 750 cores. No way they'd give it away for 750 cores. But say they did like maybe 1,000 cores or something like that. But then every month when you complete it, you earn 800 cores in it. So if you didn't spend cores, you could then apply your cores to the next one and sort of continuously get a discount on the battle pass if you are a smart consumer or something like that. I think that would be another beneficial thing. Ideally, if you could just get enough cores from the one battle pass to buy the next one, that'd be perfect. But as long as there's like a 50% return or something like that, then I think we're kind of onto something. Another thing I don't want to see, I don't think they're going to do, is some people are like, yeah, just give me raid sim but hide it behind the battle pass. Like we should pay for that. Like that's quality of life. Like no, quality of life should never be hidden behind a paywall. Like some people are just like roll over and they're like, take my money please. Like no way. That is absolutely horrible if they did that. Only games like Future Fight do that, and we are not Future Fight here. So no, don't do that. I don't think they're gonna do that. I think they moved away from raid sim anyways. I'm not sure why. I guess they weren't really feeling it. But Blitz Sim I think is gonna be a free thing to everyone. But like quality of life better not be behind the battle pass. But again, I don't think they would do that. Often I find Scopely / Foxnext make the right decision on these kind of things. You know, ISO 8 disaster in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. I mean, absolutely sucks the life out of that game. You know, I think ISO 8 and Future Fight also a really bad system. I think most of Future Fight systems are actually pretty bad nowadays. But they really knocked it out of the park in Marvel Strike Force. So I find frequently they have some really bad things in other games that I think Scopely / Foxnext take a look at and they're like, okay, let's do this, but let's not mess it up. So I have faith that the battle pass would not be garbage. Worst case scenario, if it is garbage, I don't know, we just won't buy it. But my fear is it will be kind of bad, but then people are like, well, this is technically a good value, so here's $25. But you know, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But with that being said, I am really enjoying where Marvel Strike Force is right now. 6 new characters coming next month. Again, you have people complaining too many new characters. Like I don't know, of all the things to complain about in the world, too many characters in your favorite video game, like come on now. Like I don't know, just settle for Gear Tier 9 this month maybe instead of Gear Tier 10. But really excited for those characters. I'm pretty sure they're gonna be Shatterstar, Longshot. I believe it's gonna be like Rogue, Gambit, Iceman, and Shadowcat or whatever his name is. I think those are the 6 characters coming, and if that is, Really awesome. That's an awesome set of characters coming. Kind of weird that they threw Long Shot and Shatterstar in with the rest of them, but hey, you know, whatever they want to do. If they're giving me Iceman, they can add whoever else they want with Iceman. So with that being said, really excited for what's coming to Marvel Strike Force, and I will be putting out some more videos about it over the coming days. I hope everyone's had a excellent past few months and a excellent holiday season over the past couple of days, and I will see you in another video. And at the end of the day, what do I really know? Because I am only a 19-year-old. Have a nice day, everyone.